Happening today, another road project will begin in East Lansing that'll completely shut down a portion of the road. Harrison Road will be shut down in both directions just south of Saginaw Street. There is also going to be some lane shifts for northbound traffic to the north of Saginaw Street. The closure is part of a Consumers Energy project to update gas lines in the area. The work is expected to last 3 to 4 weeks.